Hello, everybody. My name is Justin Miller, and we will be talking about electric vehicles today. At first, we're going to be talking about the history of electric vehicles. Electric vehicles are actually older than what you actually think they are. It goes all the way back until the 1800s. First, the person who created the first electric vehicle was Robert Anderson in 1832. He developed the first electric vehicle, but it wasn't until the 1870s that the electric vehicle actually became practical. Between the years 1889 and 1891, William Morrison created the first successful electric vehicle in the United States. And 1896 advertisement shows how early electric vehicles were not much different than carriages. They actually really did look like a horse carriage with a pretty much bunch of sparks going everywhere. In 1899, electric vehicles became popular due to the sole fact of that they were quiet and did not emit a smelly pollutant. It was more popular with women than men. Between the years of 1900 and 1912, a third of all vehicles on the road were electric vehicles. In 1900, Thomas Edison had thought that electric vehicles were a superior mode of transportation, and he also worked to build a better battery. Ferdinand Porsche developed the first hybrid vehicle. The vehicle is powered by electricity stored in a battery and has a gas engine. In 1908 to 1935, there was a decline to electric vehicles because of the findings of Texas crude oil, which made gasoline more popular due to the Ford Model T coming out, which was highly affordable. In 1971, NASA's Lunar Rover was a vehicle that was on the moon. The Lunar Rover was a fully electric vehicle with solar panels on it. In 1996, GM, which is General Motors, created the EV1, which was pretty much just like a little small car. In 1997, Toyota created the first mass-produced hybrid, which was known as the Prius. In 2006, Tesla Motors decided to come into the pictures and announced that they will start producing luxury electric vehicles. From 2009 to 2013, the nation started to develop a nationwide charging infrastructure. The differences between hybrids and full electric vehicles: a hybrid vehicle still has a gasoline engine, which helps keep the battery charged. In a way, a hybrid vehicle still does have electric motors, but is still propelled by a gasoline engine. The batteries are charged through regenerative braking. Regenerative braking is when a vehicle is being charged by kinetic energy. You cannot plug in a hybrid vehicle into a wall or a charging station. You just have to fill it up with gas, drive, and recharge the batteries. In a true electric vehicle, it is completely electric. There is no gasoline or diesel engine that propel the car. Just like a hybrid vehicle, it does charge from regenerative braking, but with these, you can also plug them in at a charging station or plug them in at home. Electric cars today, there is so many options today for in the electric car market. Just about every single vehicle manufacturer produces an electric vehicle or a hybrid vehicle. They range from economy compact cars to luxurious exotic cars. The choice is what you want and what you can afford. The pros about electric vehicles: recharging a car is actually a lot more affordable in the long run compared to actually owning a gasoline engine. There is a reduced carbon output because electric vehicles do not have a gasoline engine. Electric vehicles do not have as many components that need replacing. That means less maintenance. Electric cars also generally will last longer than their gas-powered counterparts because of less wear and tear. Electric vehicles is known for operating smoothly and for being pretty quick. Electric vehicles produce instant torque, which gets you up to speed really quick. The cons about electric vehicles: everybody thinks that electric vehicles are truly green vehicles, which means good for the environment. That they actually produce pollution by indirect pollution. Batteries do release toxic fumes because all it is just a chemical reaction with sulfuric acid and lead. Most electricity used to power electric vehicles is generated from a non-renewable power source, which pretty much means that like the power at your house either comes from a plant. I mean, they're going more along the lines of like nuclear power plants and stuff like that. Charging stations are scarce compared to gas stations. It's finding a charging station around here is actually pretty difficult. Some dealerships actually have a little plug-in station out in front of their dealership. I know there's one on Russell Parkway at Just Smith Volkswagen. You can go plug your car in there. But there is a Tesla charging station in downtown Macon. You can only drive a certain range before you must recharge an electric car. You can, pretty much when you exceed your range, either you have to immediately find a charging station, or you're going to have to get your car towed. If you run out of battery and you're stuck on the side of the road, literally somebody has to come out there with a generator and plug in your car. Most electric vehicles are expensive. Electric vehicles are really expensive due to the fact of just the batteries and the motors. The batteries are actually pretty massive inside those cars. When I actually used to work at Just Smith Volkswagen, we had I think it was a Golf that came in, and we had to put a battery in it. I mean, I'm pretty sure this battery probably weighed about 1,200 pounds. It was a pretty big battery, and just the cost of that battery is close to about, I think it was like $5,000 or $6,000 just to put a battery inside a car. If you ever must replace a battery, you're looking at thousands of dollars, depending on the size or the vehicle. I have first-hand experience with the Volkswagens. Now, I know the Tesla batteries are smaller, but they're more expensive because I think they're lithium batteries. But it just all depends on what vehicle you want to buy and maintenance for those certain things. I mean, it's very rare that you would ever have to actually replace a battery. For like the length of time most people own a vehicle, you're not going to replace a battery. For those of you who actually really enjoyed this information, I do have 2 links down below showing you where I got some of this information for this video.